Let's look at another user story. As a development officer, I want new donors to receive a personalized welcome email immediately after their first donation. This is like a keyword, first donation. The acceptance criteria is that given a new gift transaction is recorded with a paid status, when the donor associated with that gift transaction has no prior donation history in the system. See, this is translating the user story. Like I need you to think about the user story and how we would provide a solution for that before you read the acceptance criteria, because you might be the one writing the acceptance criteria and you might be the one actually writing the user story down. So the question there is, how do we know that a donor is a new donor? What's the means to do that? If it is their first donation, how does the system recognize that this donation is their first donation? It's if they didn't have any previous donations in paid status. Let's see how we can build that. Okay, so we need this to be whenever we receive a new gift transaction in paid status to check if that donor has previously donated. And before we go ahead and build right away, there is two places where we have such information that you might be familiar with. The first one is like the gift transactions object. I can look at any other gift transactions where the donor is, whatever donor just made the donation. The second place is the donor gift summary. And let me show you this in a report format instead. There's an object called donor gift. If I were to create a new report and I select donor gift summaries, so we have this object donor gift summary with accounts. And what this object gives us is here, we have all kinds of information. So this is the account is the parent, and then the donor gift summary is the child. And that donor gift summary gives us all the information that we need about donation and donation history. Something like average gift amount, first gift date. The information that we're looking for is like something like gifts this year amount or total. Let me search here so I can maybe here total. So we have total gifts amount, and we also need the count probably. If it's not the count, then there's gift count. So we have two ways to get that information, like the total gift amount. This is how much they have donated all time. And then the second thing is the gift count. This is the number of donations they made all time. So this is like one way to know if this person is the first time donor or not. And then the second way is to check against gift transactions, the number of gift transactions or the amounts of gift transactions from that donor. And so you know as well, just if you're not familiar with donor gift summaries, you can have these gift summaries be updated on daily basis with a scheduled triggered flow. So it doesn't really calculate real time unless you go ahead and trigger it to run like now. But basically, after we receive a gift transaction, that donor gift summary doesn't get updated on that trigger unless after that gift transaction is received, you go ahead and click trigger it to run. So typically, the donor gift summary would run once every day or once every night. Now let's go ahead and build and see both of them, like how we can use both ways to calculate or like to know if this is a new gift, if this is a new donor. I'm gonna go to the object instead and flow triggers and new flow. Okay, so whenever we receive a gift transaction where the status is paid, and we'll change this to only when a record gets updated to paid. And And since we are sending an email, I know that we're going to need to go with actions and related records. Okay, so we received the gift transaction. It's in paid status, and I want to see if this is a new donor. Let's approach it from a donor gift summary perspective first. I'm gonna need to get that donor gift summary record first. So we're gonna query that donor gift summary. If I search for this donor gift summary, where the account for donor ID equals the triggering record gift transaction donor ID. So I need the donor gift summary record that is associated with that donor that just made a donation. And all I need is the count. I'm not gonna get everything. I'll just use the gift count. And now, knowing that gift count, remember, the donor gift summary runs most likely on a nightly, every night. If we have a scheduled triggered flow, it's a good practice to make these processes run at night, not during business hours. So it's gonna run at night. So if we receive a donation now, the donor gift summary is reflecting the number of donations this person has made before today, because it ran last night. So the number is reflecting last night and prior. It's not reflecting today's gifts. So I don't have to worry about this. Is this gift being included in that number or not? Because it's not. It was only running last night. So I'm gonna check if that gift count is more than 0. So I'm gonna add a decision element, which is like an if statement, and I will ask the question, what would the question be? Made previous donations, and I'll put the answer yes, made previous donations. And again, this is a way of naming things that I like. For decision elements, I prefer to go with yes, no questions almost all the time. If I have more than one condition, I would add the first one as a yes, no question, and then under yes or under no, I will add another decision element with another yes, no question. I just like a sequence of yes, no questions. It's very clear to read. It's not concise, but it is very clear to read. And I would rather be clear over being concise, unless it's like getting out of hand. Okay, so made previous donations, yes. How do I know that this person made previous donations? If the gift, it's actually, sorry, get the donor gift summary here, and then gift count. If the gift count is greater than 0, then this person made previous donations. Okay, now if they have made previous donations, it means that they are not new donors. If they made, what we're checking for is if this person is a new donor, and a new donor didn't make any previous donations. So we need to go down this path here. Made previous donations, no, it means that this person is a new donor, and we need to send them a welcome email. Send welcome email. And we'll say here, welcome, and the subject as well, welcome, and then the recipient, that's the triggering gift transaction donor, and then email. So this is the if this is a new donor, and this is how to do this with, let's send welcome email. We're doing donor summary approach here. Okay, so this is the first way. Let's try the second way, and I will start a new flow again, and gift transaction whenever it gets created or updated, where the status equals paid, same thing. And only when it gets updated, I know I'm sending an email again. Okay, now what the donor gift summary is doing in the background is that it's actually going through the gift transactions and calculating and then rolling up these numbers on the donor gift summary. So we're basically doing the same thing now. So we receive the gift transaction from a donor. We're gonna go grab all the gift transactions from that donor. So we're gonna perform a get gift transactions. This flow started when one gift transaction is set to paid. Now I want to check, does this person have any other, this is like an important keyword, any other gift transactions where the status is paid. So I'm looking for gift transactions. Now what are the conditions for this gift transactions? They need to be from the same donor. A gift transaction from the same donor, where the ID of that gift transaction does not equal the triggering gift transaction. Okay, let me explain this line again. Remember, I am checking for any gift transaction other than the one that started this flow. Remember, we are starting this, we're running this flow in actions and related records, meaning this record that that we just saved got committed to the database, meaning it does have an ID. So if I perform a get, I might retrieve this same one just to be on the safe side, exclude this running record triggered flow, running record from this conditions. So we're looking for any other gift transactions from the same donor where the status is paid. In case we have some other that are not paid, then I don't want to worry about them. So these are any other donations that this donor has made. And down here I want to get all of them if there is more than one. Or it doesn't really matter if we actually find one, then this is a good indication. This is an enough indication that this person is not a new donor. And then I'm going to select the second one, choose fields, and let Salesforce do the rest. I am not interested in grabbing any fields. I just like the ID is more than enough. And then down here, I want to check, did we actually find any? So I'm going to add a decision element, and I will ask found other gift transaction, or like found previous gift transactions. Yes, found gift transactions. Or no. How do we know that we found gift transactions? If the gift transaction record, if we retrieved at least one. So I'm just going to select that record and I'll click outside, and I'll set this to is blank or is null. Both of them work. False. Is basically like that gift. Let me change this to just like without the S, because we're retrieving only one record. Okay, what we're doing here is we're checking against this gift transaction. This get, if it returns a record, then it's not null. There is a value, there is a record. If it does not return a gift transaction, it returns null. There is nothing found. It's empty, it's blank. So if it's not null, it meaning there is a record. We actually found a previous gift transaction. If we found a previous gift transaction, it means this is not a new donor. If we didn't find any, then this is a new donor. In that case, send welcome email. And let's set this to welcome, and then the recipient is the donor email, and then subject is welcome, and that's it. Okay, let's go ahead and test this. I didn't test the other one, so you can just like do the testing in the same way. Let's save this, and I copied it. For this one is gift transactions. This approach with the gift transactions is better than the other, the donor gift summary, because if a donation came in earlier today with a paid status, this person would have received a welcome email earlier today, and this is a second donation in the same day. This one here, this flow is going to check that other donation that we received earlier, and it will know that this person is not a new donor because they donated earlier, and it's not gonna send an email. But the other one, the one with the donor gift summary, is going to check against the donations made before yesterday, because the donor gift summary schedule triggered flow very likely ran last night, so it's not accounting for the donations that we received today. And if that's the case, then it's going to run twice, for the first gift donation that was made today, and then the second donation that was made today. And in both of them, it's gonna conclude that this is a new donor, and that donor is gonna receive the email twice. So you see now, like, there are some differences. The scenarios and the analysis will make us make a decision whether to use this one or that one. Okay, let's we need to debug this or test this. We need to think about this for a second. Let me create a new contact just for the purpose of this. Does Omega have any gift transactions? Okay, let's use Omega because he doesn't have any. And let's create a new gift transaction. Let's activate this. Okay, now let's we can debug later, but let's try this live. Okay, just anything here. A new gift transaction completed today in paid status 50, no previous donations. Then we should receive a welcome email. Okay, auto send thank you email, that's like the other process. Let's deactivate that. It's likely because it's missing an email. Could be. This is not what we. I'll just deactivate this. We can debug this at a different time. We need to be focused on this one instead. Let's try again. Okay, now like this is good. We can debug the send welcome email gift transactions. This is our problem. The problem here is your recipient. So looks like my assumption might be right. There is no email on this. Yep. Let's add my personal email here. And let's try again. Gifts and then gift transactions. Completed today, paid 50. Like the previous error gave us an indication that it was attempting to send an email, which you would know that it already concluded that this is a new donor and was attempting to send a welcome email, which we just received now. So this is good. We know that it is working, but remember, you always need to test a positive test case and a negative test case. I don't want, like, the expectation is that if this is not a new donor, we don't want an email to go out. So let's clone this. So this is the second donation now. This person already received the welcome email. If they make another donation, they should not receive another email. So let's clone this, like the exact same thing, and save it. So like that's like another 70 or something. We should not receive an email now. We should not receive an email. Just giving it a second. No other email. This is the expected behavior. Feel free to test the other flow in a similar fashion. That's all for now. Thanks.